All right. Third time's a charm?
No.
No?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. If anybody knows how to use YouTube Live, message me so I could stop having to redo these 3 times. Well, I was 0 for 2 on Periscope, which is not as bad as the Knicks were from 3. What are the final totals here? The Knicks finished the night 3 for 36. 3 for 36. Well, on the bright side, the Knicks did everything well tonight except hit shots, which, if this were a game other than basketball, it would have been a very successful evening. But unfortunately, getting the ball in the basket is an important part of success in the NBA today, I'm told. So this was a less than ideal evening for them, an appropriate way to end this godforsaken year. And I don't know what to say about this game other than the fact that they have a bunch of guys who are very inconsistent shooters. And I mean, the big story I feel like coming out of this is going to be that RJ Barrett is now, what is he? 0 for his last 25 from 3. Or whatever it is. Yeah, it's a concern. It's a big concern. I don't know how anyone who says it's not a concern is lying. But at the same time, the kid's 20 years old. He's a hard worker, and he has to figure it out, because if he doesn't figure it out, then he becomes a much more limited player. But I actually, dare I say, think that there were some bright spots to take away from this game. I will go through them because I am nothing if not a positive person. I thought Kevin Knox had some less than nice moments, but I thought this was one of his better games that we've seen from him in a while. He finished up. He was probably one of the best shooters tonight for the Knicks. 5 for 14. That qualifies him for the Hall of Fame if we're going by the standards of the other players who played in this game. Got to the line 5 times. I just, I like the little signs we're seeing from Kevin Knox. They're small signs, but they're signs, which is all you could ask for where he's concerned. Randall had his worst game of the season. He was probably due. I think he was getting frustrated there in the second half, but I'm not gonna complain too much about him. I thought Mitch played a good game. I know Tibbs didn't put him back in there and went. I don't think he benched him. I think he just thought the small ball lineup gave him the best chance to get back in the game. Gave the Knicks the best chance to get back in the game. I thought Robinson played well. I thought Peyton. Well, that's an interesting little development because he played Austin Rivers 21 minutes to Peyton's 22. Something worth monitoring moving forward. I mean, he's watching the same shit that we're all watching. They're desperate for shooting. I don't know what more there is to it. Reggie Bullock, God bless you, 0 for 9 from 3. I wrote in today's newsletter, I think, that Reggie Bullock's place in the rotation was secure. Can I take that back? Can I retract a newsletter? Can I undeliver the newsletter? That would be nice. Man, it's just this is the game of every Knick fan going into the season feared this game. It's a game where guys play well, they play hard. I was really impressed with the defense. I mean, they ended up giving up 29 points in the fourth quarter, and they ended up giving 100 for the game. I do not think that was indicative of how their defense was for most of the evening. I thought their defense was actually really good. And obviously they lost by 17, but I think it was a closer game than that. Got to make shots in the NBA. Burks was missed incredibly, as a lot of people are saying. Quickly is missed. It's going to be just very interesting. And the last thing I'll say is that, at least in regards to this game, is it's going to be very interesting what Tibbs does, because he's not dumb. He knows you have to hit shots to win in the NBA. And, I'm not sure what you do if you're him. Do you go? I would like to see personally, and I know Noel had a couple of nice moments, but I would love to see him really go all in on small ball this season and get Noel out of the rotation. Not all the time. I mean, if Mitch gets in early, foul trouble, sure, why not? But if you get Noel out of the rotation and you could start playing, Mitch 25, 30 minutes a night, and then put Obi or Randall in at the 5 for the rest of the time, and that slots in Knox to the 4 for a little bit. It slots in, I guess Burks is your backup 3, kind of. And then it gets quickly into the lineup, and it keeps Frank in the lineup. I feel like that's the best way to get some more shooting on the floor. I know Peyton is kind of like he's there, and aside from that one game, he's not going to hit threes. I don't know, but I do know that God, I hope Tibbs does not get. I have to imagine he's getting frustrated because he's doing what he can with this group, and last night they got lucky because they played the Cavs, but they shouldn't have won last night either because they weren't hitting shots then. So, yeah, that's all I have to say about this game. I'm sorry I don't have much more to say, but the Knicks aren't a good team. They don't have players that can make shots, and if you don't have players who can make shots, you're not going to win the NBA. Anyway, it's been a fun year for me doing this. It hasn't been fun in any other way. It has been the worst year ever. For anybody watching who has experienced loss, either a loved one or a friend or a job or anything, my heart goes out to you. It's just been brutal. I'm happy it's ending, but I've had fun, doing this stuff. I've loved writing the newsletter. I love doing these. I love doing the podcasts. I appreciate everybody coming to watch these things and listening and reading and all of the stuff. It is a distraction for me personally, where I don't have to think about the world, and that means a lot. And I wouldn't be able to have this distraction if it wasn't for people who actually allowed me to distract them. So, thank you, everybody. I hope it's a better year ahead for the Knicks, for everybody. And yeah, that's all I got. What do we got? How much? What time is it? 9:58. All right, 2 hours left. So be safe. Don't drink and drive. We're in for the night, obviously. So cheers to you and you and yours. And we will. Yeah, we'll see you next year. That's all I got. Talk to you later. Peace out.